She was once so present, so engaged, responding with enthusiasm, meeting you with warmth. Now, something has changed. Her replies are slower, shorter, her energy has shifted. You feel the distance growing, and in the back of your mind a quiet panic sets in. What did you do wrong? Is she losing interest? Should you say something before it's too late? This is where most men fail, not because she's actually gone, but because they react from fear rather than strength. The moment a woman pulls away, most men make the same mistake. They chase. They seek reassurance. They try to force the connection back to what it was, as if love or attraction could be maintained through sheer effort. But the truth is, the more you grasp, the more it slips away. Women don't lose interest overnight. They don't wake up and suddenly decide you're not worth their time. Attraction fades not because of one mistake, but because of a slow erosion of mystery, challenge, and presence. And once she feels there's nothing left to discover, she pulls away, not to punish you, but to test you. She wants to know what kind of man you are when things don't go your way. Are you the man who panics, who overreacts, who tries to fix everything as if she were a problem to be solved? Or are you the man who remains grounded, unshaken, moving forward with purpose and certainty, unaffected by the emotional storms of others? This moment, this test, is not a loss. It is an opportunity, and how you handle it determines everything. The Stoic response: strength in silence, power in absence. A woman pulling away is not the end of something, it is the test of something. This moment is where most men fail, acting out of fear, desperation, and a need for validation. But the man who understands the power of silence, the value of absence, and the discipline of self-retrol never loses. He becomes a mystery, a force, a presence that lingers in her mind long after he is gone. If you react emotionally, you prove that your confidence was just an illusion. But if you hold your ground, embrace detachment, and let her absence amplify your presence, you not only regain your position of strength, but you become the man she respects, desires, and remembers. This is not about games. This is about mastering yourself, your emotions, and your responses in a way that commands respect both from her and from yourself. Why most men fail: the emotional trap of neediness. The average man, when faced with a woman pulling away, panics. His mind starts racing with worst-case scenarios. Did she meet someone else? Did I do something wrong? Is she losing interest in me? And instead of standing firm, he reacts. He texts more, he calls more, he tries harder, he shifts from being the confident man she was once drawn to into a man who is now seeking her approval, begging for her attention, and proving that he was never as strong as he seemed. This is where attraction dies. Women are not drawn to men who chase. They are drawn to men who have options, self-respect, and emotional control. The moment you act as if her attention is oxygen that you cannot live without, you become replaceable. Because a man who needs a woman to validate him is just like every other man she has ever met. The Stoic solution: strength in silence. A Stoic man understands a fundamental truth. You cannot control her actions, but you can always control your response. When she pulls away, the weak man seeks answers. The strong man gives space, silence, and certainty. A woman's mind does not crave what is always available. It craves what is uncertain, what is scarce, what carries value. So when she stops texting, stops calling, stops investing, do nothing, stay still. Let her feel what it's like to not have you in her world. Let her question why you are not reacting like every other man. And in that silence, something powerful happens. She starts to wonder, why isn't he chasing me? Did I misjudge him? Did I just lose something valuable? And in that uncertainty, you regain your value. The power of absence, making her feel your loss. Most men think attraction is built through presence, constant reassurance, availability, and validation. But the truth is, women don't fall in love with presence, they fall in love with absence. What happens when you remove something that was once there? It becomes noticeable. It becomes a void that needs to be filled. If you were always texting her, always available, always chasing, your sudden disappearance will hit her like a shockwave. The human mind fixates on what it cannot have, and a woman who once felt secure in your attention now begins to feel your absence as a loss. A man's greatest power is not in what he gives freely, but in what he makes her earn. The moment she realizes that she no longer has you on demand, she starts to crave what she once took for granted. This is not manipulation, this is psychology. And it is the very thing that makes a man unforgettable. How a Stoic man responds, mastering the shift in power. So what should you do when she pulls away? 1. Do not react emotionally. Let her space be her space. Do not try to fix, explain, or chase. The more you try to force her to stay, the faster she will run. 2. Shift your focus back to yourself. The men who suffer most when a woman pulls away are the men who have made her the center of their world. A Stoic man never lets a woman become his purpose. Reinvest in your goals. Double down on your passions. Strengthen your body, your mind, and your purpose. When she looks back, she should see a man who is moving forward, with or without her. That is the man who holds power. 3. Do not give her reassurance. If she reaches out with vague texts like "hey" or "hope you're doing well," do not immediately reward her with attention. Let her work for your energy just as you once worked for hers. When she reaches out, remain calm, confident, and indifferent. Your value was never meant to be given. It was meant to be earned. 4. Never break the silence first. Let her wonder, let her question. If she truly values you, she will return, not because you begged, but because she realized she was losing something rare. And if she doesn't, then you have just been given the gift of clarity. Detachment, the ultimate power move. A Stoic man's strength comes from his ability to detach. The man who can walk away is the man who will always be chased. When you stop chasing, stop proving, stop seeking validation, you become a force that cannot be ignored. This is not just about attraction, this is about self-mastery. A man who is ruled by his emotions, by his need for external validation, by his desperation for approval, is a weak man. But a man who can stand in the storm, untouched by chaos, unfazed by uncertainty, that is a man women respect, admire, and desire. So the next time she pulls away, remember this. You do not lose by letting go. You only lose by breaking your own strength. Hold your ground. Embrace the silence, and let your absence speak louder than any words ever could. This is how you master the power of detachment and become a man that cannot be ignored. If you found this valuable, share your thoughts in the comments. And if you are ready to embody the strength of a Stoic man, subscribe to Ultimate Stoicism now, because the men who win in life are the men who never chase. The greatest power a man can possess is the ability to detach. Not with bitterness, not with anger, but with quiet certainty. Detachment is not about indifference. It is about mastering yourself so completely that no external force can shake your foundation. It is the understanding that you cannot control others, only yourself. That love, attention, and presence must be freely given, never begged for. That a man who is truly valuable does not wait around for someone to see his worth. He knows it within himself. When you detach, you reclaim control over your life. You stop reacting to every emotional shift, every unanswered message, every moment of doubt. You no longer need reassurance because you have built a life so full, so rich with purpose, that one person's absence does not leave a void. And paradoxically, this is what makes you most attractive. A man who is not desperate to hold on to someone is a man who is impossible to forget. Most men lose themselves in relationships because they attach their sense of worth to another person's presence. But true confidence is built in solitude, in self-mastery, in knowing that you are enough as you are. You do not chase, you do not plead, you do not negotiate for love. You simply live in a way that demands respect. And when she realizes that you are not waiting, not hoping, not lost without her, that is when she begins to feel your absence. The lesson is simple. You are not here to convince anyone to stay. You are here to become the man who never has to. Strength is found in walking away when something no longer serves you. Power is found in silence when words are no longer necessary. And true freedom is found in knowing that your worth is not defined by anyone else's decision. Live by this, and you will never find yourself chasing again. If this message resonated with you, if you're ready to step into your power and live with unshakable confidence, then make sure to like this video and subscribe to Ultimate Stoicism. This is where men sharpen their minds, master their emotions, and reclaim control over their lives. Drop a comment below. What's the greatest lesson you've learned about detachment? Let's build a community of men who refuse to chase, but instead attract through strength and purpose.